Hey, Craig, let's get into some coffee talk.
Hey, I love it. I love doing some coffee talk.
Well, talk about what?
Dogs, daughters, whatever. It's coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
So we're actually recording this on a Friday. And what is Friday?
Friday by day. Friday by day.
By day. We love Fridays because it is Friday, hopefully. And what we like to do Friday mornings, it's exciting. I mean, let's be honest. Our staff is probably excited about the weekend and all this stuff. So
What?
it's good.
They're not looking forward to Monday?
Right. That we go through our every meeting and our daily drills every single day. And Friday is Friday by day. What we like to do is get everyone pumped up. This is where you bring together the entire week of training and everything else. And you wrap it up. You celebrate. Maybe order some pizzas for the team. And let's have a good Friday by day.
I think, do we owe you a pizza?
I don't know,
I think you beat us by 500 last week.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we're beating you this week, so.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a rough month.
Yeah. Contacts,
yes. It did change. In this game, there is the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tweaking with the machine. We call it a machine, right? It's the ultimate TeleFunnel, we call it. And it starts with a bunch of internet leads, going through telemarketers, hitting our team at the sales agent level, and then pulling them into the agency. Once they're into the agency, they get onboarded. And as Craig hits them 3 times, we hit them a few times on that onboarding process, and we try to cross-sell them and everything else. But we have this TeleFunnel process that we follow. And once everything's set up in place, the cool thing is that you might have ups and downs. But when everything is consistent in that funnel, then when you do hit a dip, it's very easy to diagnose. Because you know what's really hard to figure out?
When you're not able to diagnose.
When you're doing a new thing every week, and then all of a sudden you have a great week, but you don't know which thing it is that you did. Is it the thing you did this week, last week, or the week before? Most of the time, it's attributed to what you did this week. But let's be honest, as we've matured at this, and Craig's matured more than I have.
Oh, have I? Oh.
You're the most mature.
Well, aged, not matured.
Like a cheese.
Yes, like a fine cheese.
But then you attribute it to what you did this week instead of maybe what it was 3 weeks ago. As we've matured, we've realized that usually whatever happens today, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to start seeing results from it.
Yeah. Well, and as you do it, as that repetition is there, it gets easier, right? It gets, or not easier to do, but easier to diagnose.
100%.
So I know you would never do this, but let's say your car broke and it was your alternator. That's a part in your car. Okay. And then you had to replace it. Now you could go, let's just bear with me here. So you fix that thing yourself. How long does it take the first time?
To fix it? I mean, for me, probably a few days.
Right. And then the second time? Be a little easier, right?
Hopefully.
Right. And then each time thereafter, easier. But to your analogy, like doing a different whole marketing method each time, it doesn't get any easier because you're replacing the gas tank this time, and that takes forever to learn and then get good at. So you're always doing all of these different things. Don't know why I use the car parts analogy, but...
No, I'm picking up what you're laying down, Mr. Craig.
Are you? I'm putting it down there and you're picking it up?
You're putting it down and I'm picking it up and I'll carry that.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. So it is tricky when you're always changing. And I used to do that, and I stuck with this way of doing it only because I love the visual into the metrics.
And that's really what it is. So even when you have the down months, you do have the metrics. You know it can only be, there's a possibility it's these, 5 things or whatever. Once you go into those 5 things, then there's only a few different ways to diagnose that 1 or 2 things that might be off. And it's pretty easy to go back on track.
So in your case, right, we know it's contacts.
Right.
Right. And mine got in the middle of the month, it got a little wonky because the lead broker that we were using was piling in some. When you're not paying attention, the lead companies will sneak in
They are sneaky.
They will sneak in some crap And it's not that necessarily one lead is better than the other, but if you can't make contact because it's just bad data, like it's old or the number's disconnected, then it's no good. Right.
Well, they're flipping switches on their end, too.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of variables going on. And you know what? Life happens every day. So people filling out forms and stuff is going to be different all the time. They need to cut off lead aggregators and stuff like that. So
what were the names you got?
Oh, there was one. No, there was a lot of good ones. First name Ripe, last name Mango.
I'm guessing that wasn't a real one.
And then, of course, Mr. Butt Wait.
Oh, nice.
B-U-T-T Wait. Last name Wait.
W-A-I-T.
But I like how they did that there.
But wait.
But not one T,
right.
Two T's.
Well, why not?
Right.
Yeah.
And then one was ASDFGH,
which
is obviously the middle rows of the keyboard.
ASDFGH. Why no JKL?
That's a great question.
And semicolon.
I'll ask them.
Okay. Well, their number's not real, probably.
No. I think that was a series of consecutive numbers.
But that helped. Like when you saw those names, you're like, uh-oh, we got some garbage in here. And it was confirmed by the low contact rate.
Yeah.
So everything really falls in line. There's never a question mark. And that's why I love it. There may be frustration, right? Because it's like, dang, I'm spending the same amount today as I did last week, but we only wrote 8,500 instead of 12,500, whatever, right? So there's big swings.
Totally.
Yeah.
Where do we start with this?
I just know that we said coffee talk.
Coffee talk, and then we just went for it.
Yeah.
So check out that data. Oh, the funnel.
Yeah, the TeleFunnel. Because there's many ways to market, right?
Yep.
And trust me, in the 470 years that I've been an agent, I've tried everything. I don't see it changing going into the future because everybody's shopping on the interwebs. And I mean, what else are they going to do? Are more people opening their mail now than they were before?
No, but that brings up an interesting point.
Well, mail costs more and it gets less of a response. It works, but it's expensive and it's not trackable.
The trackable aspect is why I really like leads on the internet.
Well, this is what I found. We did do mailers about, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it worked. People called.
Okay.
But I had to spend what I'm spending on leads and get less people calling in. But when they called in, they were great, right? Like they were kind of laid up, especially with the kind of salespeople that I have now who can sell internet leads.
Right.
This is the problem. What happens if an internet lead comes in and a mailer comes in at the same time? Which one are they going to take?
Oh, the mailer all day long.
Right. So what do they get in the habit of doing when the internet lead comes in, but now there's no mailer, but there could be one and calling?
They just don't do it.
Right. You make them lazy and you take away from it. My sales team, they can't answer regular calls. They're not doing cross sells. They're not doing any of that because it just takes away. We have an inside salesperson and she handles all of that.
That's it. Great advice.
Thanks.
Compartmentalize your agency.
Well, you should, right?
You should.
Everybody should be specialized.
Yeah.
You don't have the Honda mechanic working on the Ferrari. I mean, maybe you do.
I thought you were telling me because I don't know.
You don't.
Okay. Thank you. You just learned, or at least I did, that you don't have a Honda dude working on a Ferrari. Mm-hmm. And that's coffee talk.
Thanks for listening. And I hope you did your homework.
Oh, yeah. I hope you did too.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes. It's a weekly call that we're doing right now it's live, and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now, live.teledudes.com.
Live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Greg, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with. That's right. The calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
All right.